My name is Gay van Hasselt. We farm in the Great Karoo. My late husband came from a family of medical family, but he just loved animals and loved farming and was introduced to Angora goats when he was at agricultural college.
30 years or so ago, I came to the Karoo, whereby I fell in love with these amazing creatures, and I have not looked back and I haven't regretted one day of it.
Yeah, I've seen the video, and I actually was nauseated by it. I was horrified. I was horrified in the first place of the misrepresentation of the photographs that were put there. Not only horrified, but nauseated and disappointed. I was also horrified at the footage I saw of some practices which are unacceptable and cannot be condoned by any farmer.
Unfortunately, I watched it, and the result of that was that I could not sleep that night. It disturbed me tremendously. Firstly, people shouldn't be handling animals like that in a shearing shed. I think that was, in my mind, was disgusting.
The reality is this industry cares for its animals. There's just no two ways about it. And as I say, that was the sad part to me, that they would be attacking us when we knowing that there's always going to be somebody doing something wrong, and that is the sad reality of life. There's always going to be somebody perhaps not farming correctly, but you're talking about perhaps 1% of a magnificent industry, and I mean, so to punish the industry for what maybe one or two people have been doing is totally unfair for what I think anyway.
It's almost as though it was an absolute out-and-out mission to blacken the name of the whole industry. And it's the heartache that it's caused is beyond any words, beyond anything that you could ever describe. You know, if you don't shear an Angora goat, it's going to die. Because their hair grows about 1 centimetre every month. So we shear them every 6 months. And you'll see their fringes grow so long that they can't see where they're walking. They get so much hair underneath their armpits and between their legs. They get thorns in there. As you can see, that's the kind of vegetation that they thrive in, are these kind of conditions. So you've got to actually clean them up and you've got to shear them. You know, and the other thing also, in the summertime, it's a huge relief to have all that hair off.
Ek is eintlik 'n man wat eintlik met die vee werk, met Angora bokke, skaap en bees ook sover, maar meestal is met Angora bok en ja, ek hou baie van bok. Veral gedurende lamtye. Soos nou die ramme was by die ooe gewees, nou Augustus maand, middel Augustus, dan gaan hulle begin lam. Jy moet leefsaam met die dier.
A goat has a very distinctive cry when it's in trouble. And as a farmer, you know it. And you will get to it immediately. And at night you can hear the goats kind of like, and they find each other and they run to each other. You know that's just a natural call. But you hear something going, then you know, run, jump, there's something wrong. You've got to go and find out what the problem is. When I think of the legacy and the love and the care and the passion, we've got, you know, all these youngsters. I've got my 4 children who have a passion for the industry, my staff who love them, and at the like almost like the swipe of a pen across a page or a video across social media, the whole industry can be brought to its knees. 30,000 people are at the risk of losing their jobs. 30,000 people. 900,000 animals at the risk of being slaughtered. We have farmers who've gone through the worst drought in living memory who are going to have to slaughter these animals. Has any thought been put behind all of that? Has any thought been put behind to say, it's indescribable what this footage, which has been a misrepresentation of the majority of Angora goat farmers, is done to an honourable and noble industry.
the farmers themselves will endure. They will find other ways to farm. But the animals themselves, they'll become extinct. And that would be the saddest day. I mean, we think today's sad. That would be a really sad day for every producer.